Morning everybody, welcome back to another CYT-Crypto episode. My name is Stephen Aitchison and today we'll be looking over the markets, looking at the Bitcoin price and a couple of other altcoins as well. We'll be looking at some small caps, we're looking at Howdo. Howdo is doing really well at the moment. We never really spoke about Howdo. Look at Metamorph as well, look at Digitex Futures, look at BABB as well, going to be looking at them. And really the prices have stayed relatively stable for these kind of micro caps that we've been looking at over the last few months or kind of weeks. So we'll be looking at that as well. But first, I just want to make sure everything is up and running okay. I'm just going to check something just now. Make sure this is okay. So let me know if the sound is okay as well, if you can see and hear me okay. I know that we've had problems with the sound before. I think that was just one of my settings though. Hopefully it was only that. And I think we are okay. So let me know in the comments. Also, if you can go down to the like button just now and crush the likes. That'll be fantastic. So crush likes everybody. If you can go down to the like button just now and just hit that, that helps the channel. And I'm just going to jump over to the chat area and see who's in just now. Okay, we've got IoT Financial in, XX313 is in, Humongous is in from Perth. Love that. Chris Noble is in, London Lobby. Jean, Alex Jug, Justin Churchill, James, Oklahoma. One of our brilliant admins is in the house. Ajmal, Salim is in, Vin, Jean, Liam Hunt, Crypto Diego is in from Japan. Excellent, we've got people from all over the world. In Reggie1674, Mitch Dieter, Marcus Jafari, Crypto Don Wan is in the house. Martin and Sonia, RC, Benjamin K, Babman, Lazy Ear. So we've got a few new people in, so welcome to the channel, everybody that's new here. If you are new here, just type in new in the comments just now. It'd be good to see who is new here and who's been here before. Andy Grant is in, Christopher A, and Gino Dow, and Damata Butter. Honest Crypto Journey is in the house as well. So good to see you here. Doubled my backs bag at 560 last week and now 450. Long term, baby. Yes. Excellent. Sound is delayed a bit, but good other than that. Yeesh. I don't like the sound being delayed. I'm just going to check on that just now. Just 1 wee second, everybody. I don't like the sound being delayed. Alright, that's fine. We're okay there. Okay, RC sounds good in Tasmania, so everyone else between us should be fine. Excellent. Every crash is a new chance. Be inspired. Yes, definitely. Okay, so I want to we'll look at the markets first of all. I'm feeling quite chipper about this actually. I'm feeling quite upbeat. And you'd think looking at the market, it's gone down to 4.5k, you'd think it would be depressing, but for some reason I'm feeling really upbeat about this, probably because I know long term this is going to be okay. Right, we're going to reload and we'll go to CoinMarketCap and we'll look at what's happening just now. Bitcoin down to 4,472. Yeesh, nightmare. Bitcoin Cash down 44%. Serves them right. And we've got a lot of others. We'll just see who is kind of down. We'll look at the overall market cap. 144 billion for the overall market cap. That is crazy. Bitcoin dominance is up to 54%. We'll look at the overall market cap just now and look at the altcoin market cap as well. 1 month. We'll see the overall market cap was at 220. It's lost $80 billion. 140 billion. And we'll look at the alts. The alts were up to 106 billion, down to 67 billion. Mental. Chicken Oriental. That's crazy. Ripple, the dominance of Ripple is going up as well. We can see that's up to 9%. And Ripple's not been at that level, I don't think, for a long time ever. So Bitcoin, Ripple dominance is going up. It's 10%, it's above 10%, it's 11.7% Ripple dominance. It is up as well. That's the highest it's ever been, I think. I can't remember Ripple being that high ever for the dominance, which just shows you how well Ripple is doing at the moment. So we'll go back to CoinMarketCap and look at the winners and the losers. They're actually the winners. So 100% of all the top 100 coins are down. Even the stable coins. All the stable coins are down as well. Crazy. Metaverse ETP is down 50%. Bitcoin Cash is down 44%. Bitcoin Gold down 28%. That had a run up yesterday. Factom is down 27%. That had a big run up. Mithro, everybody is nearly in double digits. Are we all in double digit red? Most everybody is in double digit red. All the top 100 altcoins. We'll look at the next 100 and see what's happening there as well. A couple up. Token Card 3.72%. Linky, Credo, United Trader, Gemini Dollar, which is a stable coin. But we have to remember this is in USD value. So what we'll do, we'll go to BTC value and we'll see a very different picture. So we'll go to the previous 100 and we'll see a different picture altogether. And this is the Satoshi value. So you can see the stable coins are up. Cash is up 19%. DAI is up. Insight Chain, Rivain, Nasdaq Coin, Bytecoin, Dropel, Theta Token, XRP, Monacoin, Dogecoin, Aurora, they're all up in Satoshi value. And the next 100, we'll look at the BTC value. Linky is up 24%, Token Card 24%, Credo, United Trader, Nextday, BitCNY, Spectre AI, Stasis, Novacoin, Nectar. So there's a lot of tokens or projects up in Satoshi value. So we have to remember that. Kin is up. Kin's up. It's gone up 3.8%. We have to remember to look at the Satoshi value and not just the dollar value. Obviously when the dollar value drops in Bitcoin, which it has, it's fallen $2,000 over the last couple of weeks, then all the altcoins dollar value is going to go down. But if you look at the Satoshi value, then it doesn't look quite as bad. And that's what I'm doing with my kind of portfolio as well. My portfolio is actually up in Satoshi value or Bitcoin value. So remember to look at that as well, and you won't be as depressed when you look at that. Because we know Bitcoin is going to go back up. It is going to go back up a year, 2 years, however long it takes, it doesn't matter. We're in this for the long term. We're still at the very forefront of what everybody is doing, what everybody is talking about. We're at the forefront of that. We have to remember that. So it's going to go back up. I'll just go back to chat. Gene is saying 4.5k now. Yeah, we're just going to be looking at the markets in a second. And we'll just copy that. I want to show you something on the markets overall. So we'll go to kind of Bitcoin just now. Right, so where are we? 4,315. This is the USD value, and this is gone on Bitstamp. We'll look at the USDT value, which is not that far off actually. 4,509. So I showed you yesterday these kind of support lines, these long-term support lines. This is on the weekly chart. So we've broken down another long-term support, 4,600. The next one is 3,600, but I'm going to show you something in a second which suggests that 4,200 may be the bottom for the Bitcoin price. Maybe the bottom. So we'll need to wait and see, but long-term support line suggests we've broken another kind of major support at around about 4,600, and the next kind of major support is around about 3,600. That's going by the support lines. But, and I never usually use the kind of Fibonacci retracement tool, but I'm going to look at this. I found something interesting. I'm going to look at this just now. So this is going back long term. So we're looking at long term here, and I'm going to be using the EMA, the 7 EMA and the 25 EMA. So we're looking for a crossover of the 7 EMA up above the 25 EMA, and we can see here back in May 2012, and this is using historical charts, but there's a reason for this. I'm going to show you why. So we're looking at the historical chart, and we can see here, just here, there was a crossover at $5. So we're going to use $5 as a basis for the Fibonacci tool. So we use it at $5 round about here, and we kind of go up to where we got to on the last big bull run. So the big bull run kind of happened 2nd of December 2013 from that kind of price here, round about here, at May 2012. So that was a huge kind of run up and went to $950, and that's where it ended. This is the kind of end price, and we can see here it kind of retraced all the way back to 78% where it was. So it's 78%. This is a 786 mark, and you can see here it kind of bottomed out here and then started going back up, and we kind of just go along and it starts to go back up again. Now if we kind of put this on to where we are just now, we see the kind of similar thing happening. So we see a crossover, or the 70 EMA crossing over the 25 EMA before the big kind of bull run. We see that crossing over at $260, and you can see what happens. It goes up, keeps on going up, keeps on going up to $18,985. This is a weekly chart, and that's where it finished before it came back down. So now we're in the same kind of situation here. So we're just about hitting the bottom of this 78% retracement. So if we can touch that and bounce back up, we may be near the bottom. I reckon about 4,200 is the bottom, according to this retracement, the Fibonacci retracement tool, if we use that 78% as the kind of main tool there, or 78.6% retracement. So still got a wee bit to go, so it might go down to 4,200, and we're using the USD value as well. So that could be good news. I'm trying to look for the positives in the market just now. But according to the long-term support, 3,600 is the next long-term support. 4,000 is obviously going to be a barrier as well, psychological barrier. We've broken down that 5,000 psychological barrier a while ago. So I'm thinking we could be round about 4,200, and if we're going by past, which I don't like because obviously fundamentals have changed, but it's just a pattern I've kind of looked at and seen there. If we go back to this one, this is 2012 as I said, and we can see it almost a dip below the 78% retracement and then started going back up, so we went sideways. So what we can expect now, if we're going to hit the same pattern, is it's going to dip back up and trade sideways for a while before going up, before starting to go up. So I'm reckon 4,200 could be the bottom here, and this is where we're going to get that capitulation. Everybody's going to stop selling, and they're just going to, people are going to start coming in and buying at this price. 4,200 is going to look amazing in 2 years' time. $4,200 for Bitcoin. We're going to get shit. I wish I'd sold the house and kind of bought Bitcoin at that price. We can't see that just now because we're so wrapped up in this kind of falling bear market. And actually, it's not a bear market. This is not a bear market. If we look at the monthly, I know this is going to sound crazy as well. If we look at the monthly just now, and this is a kind of monthly where we are just now, we'll just look at the USDT value, or the USD value. So this is a monthly chart for Bitcoin. So we've kind of crossed over a long time ago. And this is a 70 EMA crossing over the 25 EMA. So if we're looking at that, we're still in a bull market overall. We're still in a bull market because this 70 EMA is not crossed down below the 25 EMA. If you kind of put credence on the kind of EMA points as well. So we're still in a bull market overall, long-term bull market just now. So if we look at it from that point of view, it looks a bit different. So we could start bouncing from here and continue this kind of bull market. I know it's been a 9-month bear market if we look at it from a daily point of view, big time. And it looks that way just now, but overall, if we look at it from a monthly point of view, then we're still in a bull market. So I don't know what you think about that. If you think 4,200, it's got down to 4,245 at the moment, and it's still going down. Still going down. 4,240. So we're falling as we speak. This is a USD value, USDT value, just slightly different now. They're coming to meet each other. But 4,440. Crazy, crazy, and it's still going down. And this is the lowest it's been since goodness knows when. I'm just trying to get to 4,000. So we're talking October 2017. Crazy. So hoping that 4,200 is going to be that price where it starts to go back up, and then we start to see sideways movement from there, and then from there we start to see Bitcoin price going back up again. Is this all because of the hash wars? No, I don't think it is. I think that's part of the reason. But it's the volume. There's not that much volume. There's a lot of selling volume at the moment, but there's not that much volume in kind of Bitcoin just now. So we're going to hit that capitulation where people stop selling Bitcoin and they start kind of buying again. And that's when the price is going to go up. So this could hopefully be the last fall that everybody's been talking about, but everybody's been hoping for. I was watching Tone Vays and Tyler this morning as well, and they were talking. Tyler thinks it's going to go down to $1,000. Tone Vays thinks $3,000 is the bottom. And so I don't know, but I think 4,200, if it goes below that, then I'll be kind of a bit more worried. But even if it goes down to $3,000, I'm still not worried about this, because I know long term we're going to be fine. The problem is, here's a kind of big problem as well. We have 2,080 cryptocurrencies in the market just now. We've got a lot more than that actually. This is what's on CoinMarketCap. We need to get rid of the shit. We need to get rid of the shit. What people are doing just now, myself included, we're buying into kind of these altcoins, some of them shit coins as well, in the hopes to get more Bitcoin. That's really what we're doing. They're trading it. But what's happened is the market has gone down that much that nobody is getting out of the shit coins to get back into BTC because they've lost that much, myself included. I'm not really into the shit coins, usually into quality projects like the likes of BABB and Metamorph and kind of projects like that. So that's where the problem lies just now. Nobody's trading back into BTC because they've lost that much. Once we start going back up, that's when you're going to see the alts kind of coming back down and people selling back into BTC because there's going to be a bull run in BTC. So because we've got these 2,080 kind of cryptocurrencies, this is just on CoinMarketCap. We've got all the other ones that's not on CoinMarketCap. Then until we get rid of them and these kind of projects just die out like they should, kind of die out. The ones that have just got a one-man team and stuff like that, that's not a project, that's not a business, it's not a viable kind of project. Then the Bitcoin price is going to stay kind of where it is just now. But that's part of the problem with this market. So if we kind of look at this just now, the overall market cap, and we go to taking out the big players, we've got about 20%. 20% of the kind of altcoins, 20% just now is not that much actually. 20%, and we're looking at 60, I think it's 60 billion. So 70 billion, 20% of that is 14 billion. So that would add 14 billion onto the market cap of Bitcoin itself, or the overall market cap. So just taking out those coins on the altcoins, the shit coins, it could be the shit coins as well, obviously. So that's part of the problem as well, because nobody's selling back into Bitcoin. And originally that's what we were doing. We were trading the altcoins to get more Bitcoin for the future, but nobody's selling just now. So I don't know what your thoughts are on that. Raza, thank you very much for the donation. Really appreciate that. What's your opinion about Dignity Coin? Thanks. Dignity, I've not looked at in a while, to be honest. I've not looked at Dignity for a while. I know Ronnie Moas is kind of big on that, and we were into it. I was into it as well, and got out of it when I started to see it going back down. But I'm not so sure about Dignity Coin. I've never kind of researched it again over the last couple of months, but I know there's a few people into it, so I can't really give you an honest answer. But appreciate the donation, Raza, and thanks very much for that. $2.99 Australian dollars. Thank you very much. Okay. David Schwartz is in. Bought XRP, excellent. Gino Dow, I think that's a brilliant one for the future. XRP are doing fantastic. We'll just take a quick look at XRP actually. XRP, BTC, 9,600 it is just now, which is fantastic. It did go up to 10,538. So we said that it could climb as high as kind of 12. I still think it's going to go higher than that. But I think what's going to happen now, people are going to start taking profits. So you have to remember, this kind of only started going up about the 20th of September when it was 4,000 Satoshi. So it's gone up nearly 200%. So there is going to be some profit taken. There was profit taken here. It's gone up again. So there's going to be profit taken again. So at these levels, I wouldn't be getting into Ripple at these levels. For the long term, if you're in it for the long term, brilliant to dollar cost average in. Fantastic. I wouldn't mind getting in these levels at all. But for trading, I think it's going to come back down a wee bit. And then it's going to go back up again. For the long term, I think it's a no-brainer for Ripple with all the good news, everything that's going on with Ripple just now, and XRP. So XRP and Ripple, two different kind of entities, if you think about it that way. Next, 747 is in, saying ARG. I know, that's the kind of feeling you get when you look at the kind of Bitcoin price and the markets overall. Chris Winch is in the house, Watchdog is in the house as well, Andreas is in, good to see you here. Cash holding strong, yeah, Cash is doing well, we just kind of looked at that. MacPong, good morning, BTC lost 3,000 USD in a month and not done yet to buy now. I'll wait until stable again, 1 or 2 weeks on the road. Thing is, you don't know where the bottom is. Nobody on this planet knows where the bottom of Bitcoin is. Nobody. So if you're looking to get into Bitcoin for the long term, dollar cost average in. So buy $1,000 this week, $1,000 next week, and if it goes down, $1,000 the next again week, and if it starts to go up, $1,000, and then maybe kind of cap it. But it's going to go back up. It's just a matter of when it's going to go back up. So we're looking for the bottom now. Is this the bottom? I don't know. Is 4,200 the bottom? Haven't a clue. Is 3,000 or even 1,000 bottom? Have not a clue. Nobody knows. And that's why it's better dollar cost averaging in. So if you've got a chunk of money just now, don't put it all into Bitcoin. Just dollar cost average in. Cole Phillips is in the house. Good to see you, Cole. Honest Crypto Journey, to think that the market cap has been as high as 813 billion. Listen, it's going to surpass that. It's going to way surpass that. And it's going to be in the trillions in a couple of years' time. It's mental, but does provide investment and not opportunities. Yes. So this could be the best investment we make if we invest in Bitcoin just now. With the other altcoins, yes, the likes of XRP, Ethereum, brilliant, Neo, brilliant, Cardano, amazing investment opportunities. Any of the top 10, top 20 are going to be really good. And Donny Don Matthew, morning Steve, would moving funds into XRP now since Temenos is switching on XRapid for under 100k today afternoon, 600 GMT, could see a spike in volume, make a quick trade and buy back into BTC. Risky if you want to do that just now, Donny Don. It could be risky, so we don't know, again, we don't know, we need to wait and see what happens. There's a lot of people made a lot of profit on Ripple just now, or XRP. So they might be selling out, but I don't know about that, what you're talking about, if I'm going to be completely honest. So if you know something and you think it's a good opportunity, it could be a good time to get in. It's been as high as 10,500 and down to 9,500 just now, so it could be another chance to get in here. Transfers for 100k and below by banks on Temenos. Excellent. Excellent. So it could be a good buying opportunity then. Honest Crypto Journey, low, let BTC fall back to $5 and let me buy a load. Oh, that would be crazy, wouldn't it? Christopher A, just 25x long BTC at 4290 with 4110 liquidation, fingers crossed. Wow, 25x. Is this on kind of BitMEX doing this? Crypto Dread, all we can do is hodl. Yeah, there's no point in selling your altcoins just now. There's just absolutely no point. Well, actually, having said that, I said earlier on that my kind of portfolio has gone up in Satoshi value. So it could be a good time to look at doing that as well, if you've got kind of shit coins that you're not too sure about. Sadiq, XRP and BACS, yes. We're going to be looking at BACS in a second. 10x has plummeted, but the team is missing in action. That's disappointing. I've never looked at 10x for a while. I sold my 10x a couple of months ago and it was kind of spiked up. But I had them from the very beginning. So I don't know what's happened to Justin. So has he disappeared off as well? DGB, best value just now. Yeah, a lot of people are talking about DGB. David Young, morning all, got up early to load more Pundy. Excellent. I think Pundy are down to about 19 Satoshi, are they? Same with Hot as well. Hot is looking like a bargain just now as well. Not much really to say other than the crypto market is like a sweet shop of tasty opportunities, spoiled for choice, to be honest. If you have fiat to spare, yeah, definitely. That's Imran Chowdhury. Gary Parameter, Bet Dice has gone up. TKY is looking good on the Neo pair. Neo is a stupid price, and the same goes for Dragon Chain. There's lots of projects out there. They're just crazy, crazy prices. Okay, so we're going to look at a couple of the microcaps. I wouldn't call BABB a microcap, but we'll just look at some of the microcaps that we've been talking about over the last few months and weeks. What time is this? 8 o'clock. That is the right time. So BABB still in this kind of trading sideways movement at 10 Satoshi, which for this market is fantastic. So it's been there around about that kind of value for a few months now. You can see here it's in this kind of trading channel just now between 9 and 11 Satoshi. So that's good that it stayed there. It's really good that it stayed there. Okay, Digitex futures, take a look at them. So again, that's done okay. That's kind of jumped up from 900 up to 1300, nearly 1400, came back down again. So it's doing well in anticipation of what's going to happen in December when they kind of bring out the exchange. Metamorph is starting to go back up a wee bit, 212 Satoshi. So they're doing relatively well as well. I'm quite happy with what's happening at Metamorph. Metamorph is a silly kind of market cap just now. If we look at Metam just now, 623,000, which is crazy. Crazy valuation for this, but you can see the overall long-term trend is up. The other one we're going to look at, Howdo, has came onto market cap just now. I thought it would have came on to here as well. Bugger. So just look at Howdo. That's actually doing well. It's actually going up in Satoshi value. So it's up to 660 Satoshi at the moment. And we can see here it was down to 421, so it's gone up 50% over the last, since it came onto CoinMarketCap over the last couple of days. And we can see a valuation of a silly valuation of 2.5 million, so which makes it for me a microcap, and it's only 2.8 cents. Dollar value has gone down obviously because Bitcoin has gone down, but the Satoshi value is actually kind of climbing. It's down 7.23% just now, so it has been kind of higher. We'll just look at it just now. Where was it? 872 it was, so it's come down a wee bit. 509, 651. So quite happy with Howdo, what they're doing. They've just kind of announced as well, they've got HP, Hewlett Packard kind of partnership. They're going to onboard them as well. Howdo, if you don't know what Howdo is, it's a social media site basically, but you're going to get paid for your content. The contributors are going to get paid as well through tipping with kind of Udos. That's their token. If anybody doesn't know what that means, how do you do? That's kind of what that's all about. How do you do? So I'm looking forward to that. I'm going to be one of the kind of launch partners as well for Howdo. So I've got a vested interest in this as well. So just being completely open and honest, I've got a vested interest, so I'm totally biased on Howdo as well. But I recognise that it could be really good, and I've got a super node as well. I've got a node from them as well, and just collect 20% a year from Howdo as well. So I think this could be really big. If you've not kind of looked at that, obviously I'm not a financial advisor, do your own research, but this could be really big. Howdo. It's only 2.5 million market cap, mental. So I think that could be good as well. Crypto Vine is in from the Philippines. Got Greenplate, good morning to you. G-Slick bagging more Pundy for 7% returns. I think Pundy is good for the long term. Where's Pundy just now, actually? $113 million, 18 Satoshi at the moment. It's gone down kind of big time, but that's definitely going to come back up. They're actually making money. It's one of the few projects that are making money. They've got a good use case scenario. They're bringing people into the crypto space. I think PundyX is a great long-term buy. And I bought some more myself, just a very small amount. I bought some more last week. So not these prices. So it's gone down in value, but I don't, it's for the long term anyway. It's to put into the community fund. Imran Chowdhury, say hello to a market that gets taken hostage by a few belligerent children. Weird situation of centralization within a decentralized world. Yeah, it's not completely decentralized yet, but we're kind of getting there. Mervyn Skidmore hit XRP 5 minutes ago, up 6% already. Wow, that's brilliant. BABB hasn't moved much despite the bloodbath. Yeah, Lawrence, Genesis Group. It hasn't, that's what I was saying. So it's done really well. In Satoshi value, it's stayed relatively stable between 9 and 11. It's at 10 just now, but I think it's done really well despite what's happening in the markets overall. Kevin Hunt, morning Steve, PundyX not paying 7.3 since leaving Bancor. Dent not doing 0.3 bonus either. PundyX are not paying the percentage out. That's strange. I thought they were still paying. Well, I'm just going to check something. Have I missed something altogether? $18 days ago I got kind of paid. This is for the community fund. We got the airdrop. That was 18 days ago. So have they stopped paying? Has there been news out that I've missed or something? I need to check on that. Christopher A, yes, on BitMEX, not that big of a position as I am, believe it or not, more risk averse. At 25x, you're risk averse. So I take it's a smaller position, which is good. It's good. I always think it'd be a good one there if you've got the kind of stop loss at 4,110. Tron getting smashed. Where is Tron just now? TRX, and I do think Tron for the future is a really good one as well. Wow, 300 has been as low as 284. It's not been that low since around about December 17. Wow. So Satoshi value of Tron has gone down. Is there any up on Binance? TUSD, obviously that's a stable coin. XRP has gone up to 10,117. Excellent. Excellent. So it looks as if Tron is going to go up. So we're going to see where that puts in market capitalization, because we only need for XRP 48s are 32.72, so 4.2 times from where it is just now, and this is probably not completely updated, to overtake Bitcoin. Now, I said last week that the XRP could temporarily overtake Bitcoin in overall market cap, so this might be a point that this is going to happen. And this is not fully updated yet, so I'm just going to see Coin Paprika, see if that's kind of updated anymore. 17 billion. So it's started to go up in value. No, it's not completely updated yet. XRP could overtake Bitcoin, but I think it'd be temporarily. PundyX expensive to trade on Bittrex, margin 5%, mental $50 as well. The BABB team is tweeting several times a day, working hard and keeping the community informed. Now is a time when the team needs to be seen. Great to see. Yeah, it is good to see that BABB are really coming out with the updates, and they're kind of keeping everybody up to date as well. They're active in the community as well. This is not a time in this kind of bear market to be disappearing and doing a disappearing act and not saying anything at all. This is a time to be seen more, so you're reassuring your investors about what's happening with the company and what's happening with the project, and what's happening in the news as well. So that's brilliant that the BABB team are doing that. So I love that about the BABB team as well, that they're actually doing that and they're keeping everybody informed. And I think they've got some good news coming out in December. We don't know what that good news is, but we need to wait and see what happens. Crypto Don Juan, if that Hamzo boy starts 10 AM Eastern Standard Time. Is that with the XRP? And don't forget, Apple and Facebook have gotten crushed also. The stock market is meltdown. All assets, even gold, is down. Something big is coming. Something big has been happening in the stock markets for a while. If we go to the stock markets just now, go to the watch list. S&P 500 down 1.66% to 2690. It's not been kind of there since May. The Dow Jones down as well. Not been this level since July. UK, and this is the FTSE 100. Not really been this level since March. And if we get to below 6,800, that'll be an all-time low in 2 years for the FTSE 100. So there's a lot of things happening in the markets, and this could be the time when people from the stock markets and the investors start to say, okay, Bitcoin is at an all-time low. Not an all-time low, but a yearly low, that they start investing. But we don't need that. But that could be what happens as well. Crazy. So what's the price of gold? Just now, gold is actually going up, $1,224. So it's climbed up over the last several days since the 13th of November from 1195 to 1224. And that'll be the highest it's kind of been since about July 2018. So there is a direct correlation between the gold price going up and the kind of markets going down, the stock market's going down. Ethereum, just looking at Ethereum just now, $134. It was down to 127. That is an absolute steal for Ethereum. Bitcoin, 4,600. And this is kind of when it broke out. This is on a daily, 4,400. This is on Bitfinex as well. Let's go and look at the Coinbase price. 4,359. A bit of a bounce back up actually from 4,217. So it's actually bouncing from here. Look at the 4-hour chart. So it's bounced right around that point we were talking about earlier on at 4,200. I'm not saying that is going to be the start of a kind of run up, but I think it's going to be the start of a kind of going up a bit and then trading sideways. So yeah, bounced off that 4,216 and it's kind of going up 4,383. This is a Coinbase price. BTC USDT, what's the USDT value? This is on Binance, 4,624. So we're getting a bounce up. We're getting a bounce up from here. So it's going back up towards that support line. That might actually now act as resistance at 4,600 for Bitcoin. Crazy markets, crazy markets. They said XRP will be $1 by next week. Could well be. Looking at what's going on just now, it could well be. Pondex, good returns in these dark times. Yeah. Gary Parameter, a lot of projects are running scared because of the SEC witch hunt. Yeah, because of the ICOs and the SEC really clamping down on that. I think ICO kind of season is dead. Same body that's ignoring the villains, causing the current bloodbath. Ironic, isn't it? Christian Paulo, Castillo, Backed is coming. Maybe we'll see green on that day, just saying. Yeah, 12th of December for Backed. What do you think of XMX, Steve? G-Slick, never heard of XMX. What the hell is XMX? XMAX. Never heard of them. 2 million market capitalization, 214,000 traded, that's good. Circulating supply 7 billion, total supply 30 billion. Value just now 6 Satoshi. Is that right? 2, 4, 6, 7, yeah, 6 Satoshi at the moment. Gone down, been as high as 44, more than that, 47 Satoshi, so 8 times from here. Don't really know what they do. 631 ranked out of 2080. Select a certificate. Okay. Don't like that. Deny. No, getting off that site. Bugger. Yeah, don't like that, whatever the hell that was. So that's getting out the window straight away. It doesn't look good. And James Smith, this isn't a crash, this is crypto going to its real value. Could be. Storm is a good price, yeah. A lot of them are kind of good prices just now. If we go back to the low value ones. Hot, good price. And down to, it was down to 11. Pundy X, down to 17. Satoshi Dent, back down to 28. Encash, 49 for Encash. 49 Satoshi, mental. See a coin, 69. Key. This is one of the key indicators we were looking at before. So we mentioned that the number of tokens under 100 Satoshi or 500 Satoshi, we used to kind of count them. We've done that for about a few weeks. But now the number under 100 Satoshi is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 are under 100 Satoshi, whereas before it was about 3. And it did get to as high as about 10 under 100 Satoshi. So we might see that back again. So that's a kind of good indicator. So these are all going to start going back up when the bull run comes back again, whenever that's going to be. So there's some brilliant bargains to be had just now. It was the kind of lowest. So Bitcoin Gold CDT 197. XRP 10,050 at the moment. So we could see another spike in XRP despite even where we're going from here just now. So I'm not going to look at the news. I kind of rather just chat with you. We'll just make this a kind of chat. Holochain, oofed, bargains, bargains, bargains. Definitely just like Imran, the top 100 will look very different when we come out of this. Many projects are going to simply disappear. Final push to crush weak projects and weak hands. I hope so, because we need to get rid of the shit coins and the shit projects, to be honest. VeChain is a great buy, collaborating with H&M and many other great partners. VeChain is a good buy. Price discovery stage, crypto markets maturing and prepping for institutions. Yeah, I think that as well. That's the kind of feeling I'm getting as well. Thought on MFT trade. MFT. Never looked at that for a while. Right, so that's a 1 hourly at 97 Satoshi at the moment. It did go as low as 93, and we'll look at it on the kind of macro view, the daily. So it has been as low as 71. So I'll take that as a baseline. 71 crossover. I don't know if I'd be trading just now, is the honest answer. I'm not trading at the moment. I wouldn't be trading in this kind of market at the minute, but I'd be looking for the crossovers of the 70 EMA and I'd be looking at the hourly chart, and it wouldn't be a buy for me, MFT. So if we compare that to the likes of XRP, you can see XRP on the hourly chart became a buy again at 9,000 when it crossed over. So if you're just purely going on the crossovers, you can't really go wrong if you're just looking at the crossovers. You can't really go wrong. That's why we want to make trading as simple as possible. Just look at the 7 EMA crossing over the 25 EMA, or if you're kind of going longer term, you can look at the 100 EMA. But if you just go on the 7 and the 25, you can't really go far wrong with your trading. So you would have sold out here around about 9,049. You'd have sold out there, and that's getting in at 7,987. You'd have got back out once it crossed down at 9,032. Then you'd have got back in again at 9,005-ish or something, probably just above that, and kind of stayed in there until this kind of crosses back down over again. So, or you could have just taken kind of near the top at 10,000 and just gone for a 10-12% ride. So if that's what you're doing trading, just look at the hourly charts. So if you're looking to trade in this market, look at the hourly charts just now. Set your EMA to 7 and 25, and we'll just have a look at see if there's any others that have kind of come up. You can see Dash crossed over. That would have been too much of a kind of one to look at 226,000. No, 2.2 million. It would have been. Is that right? No, 226,000. So that kind of crossed over there. So just look for the crossovers. Hot BTC. You can't really do that on the hourly chart. It just looks like a barcode there. So if we look at for some of them just now, because it's a short time frame, we normally do it on the 4 hour. But if you look at the short time frame, because everything's changing so quickly, there's going to be some good trading opportunities there. And we just go down the list and there's nothing at the moment. Yeah, so there's going to be some good ones out there, depending on Bitcoin price. Obviously, it's just been a spike up of CMT just now. But that, to me, wouldn't constitute, that'd just be a spike at the minute from 972 to 1082. That'd have been an 8% rise. So there's still going to be trading opportunities out there without a doubt. Bernard, hello Steve, what's going on? Not much, mate, not much. Markets are tanking. Craig Wright and his friends are having fun. Craig Wright is going to have his day. I just don't think he's going to be the most hated man in kind of crypto just now. Said that yesterday. Honest Crypto Journey, if you had £1,000 to put into coin to hold for 2 years, would you put into BTC, BACS, XRP or Digitex? Which one do you think will have the greatest gain? £1,000 to put in. BTC, BACS, XRP. Okay. So look at it from a logical point of view. BTC at the minute is, say, 4,200. To double up and get 100% profit, it'd have to go to 8,400. Could that happen? Yeah, definitely. Well, it is going to happen. It's just a matter of when, but it's probably going to take longer. BACS is 10 Satoshi just now to get to 100%. Kind of gain. I'd only need to go up to 20 Satoshi. Could that happen? More likely than the Bitcoin price going up to $8,400 at this point, because of the good news that's expected to come out. XRP, again, that could double as well. I can see that going to 20,000 easily. So BACS and XRP in an even keel. Digitex, futures, could that go up to 2,500 Satoshi again from where it is just now at 1,200 or something? Yes, it could, but it's got a dependent. There's a dependent on the exchange being good, people using it when it comes out, but I think there is going to be a spike. So it would be between BACS and XRP, and what one would I go for? Based on the market capitalization, I'd go for BACS, I'd go for BABB. If we're looking at that. Nothing against any of the other ones. If you're just purely looking at it as an investment point of view, I would go for BABB. I think they all have great growth potential, definitely. Remember, we're talking about a two-year hodl. 2-year hodl. 2-year hodl. Alright, so 2-year hodl. Okay, that kind of puts a different spin on it again, because you're looking at BTC value in 2 years' time. Could be $100,000 at 20x from here. BACS, depends what they do. Probably riskier than BTC. So XRP, less risky than BACS, but riskier than BTC. Digitex would be the riskiest at this moment, I would say. So if I was going to do that, it was going to be a 2-year hodl. £1,000, I'd probably then say, okay, go for BTC. It's going to be more stable. It's going to be longer term. It's going to be higher, I think, and it's going to be, yeah, I think it would be BTC then. Okay, BTC it is. See, if you looked at TEL at all, Lon's Genesis group, looked at it a while ago. I think I've not looked at it for ages. I choose BACS. Marcus Jafari, Thomas Ban. Good morning, Steve. Glad to catch you live even in times like this. Yes, a nightmare in times like this. Okay, we've not looked at the news, but I will put the news. We'll very quickly jump through the news. This is kind of what I had up to kind of talk about. Bitcoin price hits 2018 low. What I have to do is we know about that. And this was the kind of tweets I was looking at as well. BitMEX, Bitcoin Cash Hash war costing miners millions in lost revenue. That's an interesting article. Kind of put that out for you as well. Obviously, the miners are actually losing money just now because of the kind of electricity costs. It's only the kind of big institutional miners that are going to be making money. If that at all, they're probably going to even break even. So that's an interesting article. And Catalan government considers blockchain for public e-voting system. I thought this was interesting to use, how to use the blockchain, and think everybody should be doing this for a voting system as well. I think it's a brilliant use case for it. Bitcoin market overreaction. Bitcoin now drastically oversold. Don't quite think we're there yet, but that's what they're saying at Crypto Briefing. And Ripple's XRP among top performing cryptocurrencies despite 7% loss. Sorry Bitcoin, but Ripple's XRP can become #1 by market capitalization, just what we've been talking about there as well. Host of CNBC's Crypto Trader. At this rate, XRP will be #1 spot by Friday. And Bitcoin is, crypto really is cool in Israel. Another article about a country kind of adopting cryptocurrency as well. So that was the headlines from the markets. I'll post all the links for you as well. I just thought these were kind of news and interesting pieces of news, but I'd rather chat to you than kind of look at the news, to be honest. Gabriel Satala, hi Steve, how much backs do you have? I'll be honest, I've got 31 million backs. I did have more, but I sold them a few months ago, around about 16 Satoshi, to get some more tokens, but I've got 31 million. I was top heavy in backs. Ming Lai says I chose backs. Mario, hi Steve, I bought another 8,000 XRP. Excellent, excellent. Crypto Don 1, nice buy. That was a really good buy for XRP. So I do think XRP for the long term and for the short term is going to do amazingly well. Okay, I'm going to leave it there just now and bid you all a good day. Hope you have an amazing day, whatever you're doing. Just be careful out there. We'll just take one last look at the Bitcoin price at the moment. See what it is just now, 4,429. That's the USD value just now, and that's on a weekly. Just look on the 4-hourly. So it did get to 4,220. It's bounced up from there. It's bounced $200, which would be a lot normally, but in this kind of time, it's not that much. So that's one last look at Bitcoin, 4,400-ish. But until next time, have a brilliant day, whatever you're doing. Be careful out there if you're trading, and trade on the kind of charts as well. Just short-term charts, that's all you can do just now. But just be careful, and I'll see you tomorrow, same time, same place. Until then, namaste. Take care. Bye now.
Here's to the crazy ones, the misfits, the rebels, the troublemakers, the round pegs in the square holes, the ones who see things differently. They're not fond of rules, and they have no respect for the status quo. You can quote them, disagree with them, glorify or vilify them. About the only thing you can't do is ignore them, because they change things. They push the human race forward. While some may see them as the crazy ones, we see genius. Because the people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do. Here's to the crazy ones, the misfits, the rebels.